I just want to be the mother of the misfits and the outcasts. Like, we can make a squad of rebels that can fucking take over the world.
I don't want to make it in the music industry if it means that I gotta turn around and notice that I'm the only trans person in the room. That's why I started Trans Trenderz. We're a record label for black trans artists which aims to elevate the voices of our community into the mainstream. And recently we started partnering with a recording studio operated by Joel Hamilton, Studio G Brooklyn, in order to help our artists develop their first single with the best resources available. Lady Londyn, she has a vision, she has talent, she just has it. I'm extremely honored to introduce y'all to her right now. So I hope y'all are ready, cause it's a takeover.
I was in college and met a guy, and we were just playing around with music one day and started freestyling. And I started freestyling. And after it was over, like, I just got so much affirmation that, like, oh wow, that was so good and so cool, like what you just did there. And for me, it was the first time someone gave me permission to speak, honestly. And I feel like music changes the world. Like, when you have an audience of people chanting something back, words are powerful. And if you can get them to say something meaningful or something that makes them feel good about themselves, you've changed so many lives from just a 3-minute track, you know what I mean?
So next is just the ad-libs.
Mwah! Doop, doop! Like how I brought that splash noise back. I have this song called Round of Applause, and really it's like a T-girl anthem, and I wanted it to be like where the girls could feel good about themselves as they walk around the street and the type of reactions that we get. And when I recorded that single, one of my friends had heard it, and they were just like, you should perform at this rally we're having downtown. They were banning trans rights in schools, you know? So we just went down there to be loud about it. And when I got off stage, there were so many girls who came up to me afterwards and they were repeating the words back to me. And I was like, blown away, because I didn't think that I had something to say. I didn't think that I had something that people would then feel connected to. But at that moment, I looked and I said, oh wow, the girls hear themselves in my lyrics. The girls hear themselves in what I'm doing. And that was life-changing for me. So the line they were repeating back were, me and my girl so fly. All these niggas look when we walk by, you know? And that felt so liberating to me because it's the truth. Even after that moment, we went to go eat. And when we got into the diner, another group of people were walking out and they were just like, oh my God, we were at the rally and I saw you perform. Yeah, the niggas do look at us when we walk by, girl. And so that was the second time that same night that somebody had just repeated that moment to me, and I was just like, OMG. OMG. Like, people like my music, and from just one time hearing it, they're remembering it and it's reaching them. And I just felt so grateful because I wrote the song for my girls, and I want the girls to feel empowered from my music and feel loved. That makes me less nervous. I don't know, I just see the beauty in the people that are like tossed away, because I was tossed away. And so I feel like there's something raw about owning the rebellious side of yourself, owning the parts that are flaws, owning the parts that nobody understands. And now I feel liberated in all those things that people kind of didn't want me to have, that I love about myself. So when I was out there and struggling and trying to survive, like, I embraced that person that was still able to be fierce. Because I would be traveling around town with bags and suitcases and things like that, and people would be like, where are you headed? A modeling thing or like some audition? And I'm like, no, really, I'm homeless. And most people are like, I gotta pay bills, so I gotta go to work 9 to 5 and can't follow my dreams because of this, that, and the third. I heard both of those voices at the same time, and I'm a trans person, so I had to survive. I had no choice. But the voice of, you could be something greater than this, was louder. And I tried to survive for a year out there on those streets, and it didn't work. So I just started investing in my heart and my passion and the music. The part of me that people see and live for is that person that I aspire to be. And I protect her, which is that Lady Londyn, which is that Milan. Like, and my music is that way for me to play into that character and be that person, because I'm not always confident. I walk into the room, I think, kind of loud, like you see, but I'm still just like that little girl who gets shy and blushes and, you know, needs affirmations from time to time.
This is your moment. we were talking about this all yesterday. I'm so excited to see you doing this. Thank you.
So I found Trans Trenderz on Facebook, and immediately, as the Black trans woman I am, I came in the room loud as hell. And I was like, here I am, here's my photos, here's my music, check me out, and let's see what we can do together. One day they just hit me up and they were just like, hey, would you be willing to sign to the label? That was like life-changing for me, because I didn't feel like it was possible, you know, to have trans representation in music and in the industry. And here I am in New York now. It's like, I am an artist and I am doing it, you know? And it just feels amazing and unreal. I hop on that flight and ride it all night. The cock is on lock, the coffin too tight, the ass he gon' bite. So I'm recording a single called All On Me, and it's my more darker side, because I have like 3 personalities. So there's like Londyn, who I am in just a normal day-to-day basis, and then there's Lady Londyn, who's the package that's like when I get together and I'm slaying and I'm just feeling confident. And then there's this voice, Miss Milan, and that was the voice that I was hearing when I was homeless on the streets. So it was that voice that was just like, go record, go record. The first song I released was called Miss Milan, and I'm here because of that goddamn song. This single is like a representation of Miss Milan and that energy of where I am now. And we can be sexual in a way that liberates us without your approval of needing us to bend to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? So in the song, I'm saying certain things that are just like, pay me this money, like if you want any of this, because my time is not free, you know what I mean? When I hop up on a nigga, I'ma make him holler. Yeah, I talk that shit, but I said that scholar. Might do a couple things just to get that, might pop that bitch like I pop my collar. I'm using both hands for this. I was crying last night in the Airbnb. And it was a happy cry, but it was a moment where I had to stop and say to myself, like, OMG, I'm happy. And I am happy. And I haven't had love like this around me in a long time, and people who support me. That's what it's about. Like, none of us know where we're headed or where this could go, but it's that sense of wonder. It's that sense of playtime. It's that sense of family. And I just found joy in being able to go back and touch that little girl that my parents tried to not let exist, and love her in all the ways that she existed. And then even now, go back and love the person that was out there on those streets, because she was on those streets, but she was trying so hard to become somebody. And that's that same girl that's sitting in this room right now. Do it just because. And do it because it has to be done. It's just what a lady do. That's what I say all the time, like, and everybody repeats it, but like, it's just what a lady do. Like, it's just choosing to do what you know has to be done, even though you're scared to do it. It's the same part of my duality. I'm nervous a lot of the time, and I'm insecure a lot of the time with my own words, but I say the shit because it has to be said. I do it because it has to be done, and because I feel like it's the best version of me, you know what I mean? So like, I have to step out of that fear and step out of my own way, and even that is being rebellious to yourself. There is no set way to do this, but following your heart, that's the best way to do this. I can't help that I'm bad. Is that why they all on me? I can't help that I'm tasty. Is that why they all on me? Lady, lady, ooh, lady. Is that why they all on me? Girls get them bills, bills, bills. Stack your